Comics of 100 Years Ago, August 23rd, 1924. It's Little Orphan Annie by Harold Gray. Mrs. Warbucks is talking to Annie, and she says, "Now, Annie, try not to disgrace me when Miss Fair calls. While not wealthy, the Fairs are at the very top socially, and a very old family." "Yes'm," says Annie. Now Mrs. Fair enters. She is in very stylish garb of the time, the flapper hat with the bow on it and the long dress. "This is Annie," says Mrs. Warbucks. "She's just an orphan I took on trial. I felt I should do something for charity." "How do you do, Annie?" says Miss Fair. "I'm pretty well, thanks," says Annie. "I wish you could stay longer. You must drop in again," says Mrs. Warbucks. Miss Fair holds her pocketbook to her chest and says, "I really must be going, and Annie, you must come over and call on me. Come any time." "Yes'm," Annie says. Now she sits by herself at a desk looking at the moon. Annie says, "Gee, she's nice. The way she shook hands with me made me feel just like she meant it. And she treated me like I wasn't an orphan at all, but an old friend of hers. She's the real thing. A diamond can rub up against almost anything and not get scratched."